Hello, and welcome to the Veterans Ascend weekly podcast. Today, we are honored to speak with Gena Pertle. Gena is a spouse of a U.S. Army veteran and the Military and Veterans Program Manager for Cisco Talent Acquisition. Gena is also a dedicated volunteer with organizations such as Veterati, Wounded Warriors Family Support, and the leadership team for North Carolina for Military Employment. Gena is motivated by the power of networks, technology, and people to drive exponential impact. She believes we all have the ability and the responsibility to tap into our unique talents to make a positive impact in our communities and the world. Her passion is to help others realize their potential and provide opportunities for them to soar. So we are privileged to hear Gena's role at Cisco, the veteran program specifically at Cisco, her insights on volunteering, along with her insights on advice and insights to military spouses. So, all right, Gena, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. I'm super excited to hear about all that you are doing. So first, tell us about Cisco and your role at Cisco.
Sure. Thanks so much, Robyn, for having me. I'm delighted to be able to reach your network and your community out there. So Cisco is the leader in networking. So basically, we develop, manufacture, and sell networking hardware, software, telecommunications equipment, high technology services, and products. We are a global company. We've got about 70,000 employees globally, and we also have a number of contract workers as well. And so basically, we like to think of ourselves as building bridges to possible. So our technology helps to change the world, helps to connect people and societies and make an impact where we work, live, play, and learn. So I've been at Cisco for 22 years, and I'm now the Veteran and Workforce Programs Manager for Cisco as part of our talent acquisition organization within Human Resources.
And that's great to hear about how you've integrated the military programs into your talent acquisition strategy. A lot of companies still have those divided out, so it's positive. I'm encouraged to hear that Cisco is taking that initiative. So highlight for us the veteran program at Cisco and one of the best outcomes you've experienced in that program.
Absolutely. So with our veterans program, we really look at it from a life cycle approach and how we engage with the veteran and military community. And so as an individual is in the military or is transitioning out, or even if they've been out of service for many years, we want to see how we can help support them in their journey. So we have a number of different programs that we look at, which we consider skills to jobs. So from developing technical skills to really kind of positioning individuals in terms of where they, where they want to go in their next career. We have a number of different training programs related to technical and cybersecurity training. We have resources to connect our veteran and military community to our partner ecosystem and to jobs based on location, their certification, their skill sets. And so really, we also engage our employee community. We have a very active veterans employee resource organization that we partner with as kind of boots on the ground in their communities to help engage through mentoring, coaching. We host IT awareness days and hiring events at military bases. So really, since 2011 is when we started our formal veterans program for Cisco. But I would say over the course of the past couple of years, we really have put more of a focus on how can we identify this talent pool and raise them up, give them the skills and also the certifications and access to training and guide them to hopefully want to work for a company like Cisco or at one of our partners.
That's wonderful. And I love that. Obviously, Veterans Ascend is all about skills and helping veterans identify the skills they bring to an organization and not just making their job title be comparable to something. So I love hearing that companies like Cisco, because like you said, you're a global brand. And so knowing that you've got that initiative is just very encouraging. So thank you for that. So now let's kind of talk about just a little bit about volunteering. You do a lot of volunteer work, which is absolutely awesome. I want to give your insights on the power of volunteering, because I think from a veteran perspective, there's a lot of organizations out there who depend on volunteers to help them succeed. So I'd love to hear your perspective on the power of volunteering.
Absolutely. So I'm actually really excited to announce this past month, Cisco was named the #1 company to work for in the world by Forbes magazine. So we are best in the world. So we take that not very lightly. I think that really, to be able to have that banner speaks to our culture at Cisco and how we really enable our employees to show up each and every day, and really empower them to be able to give back to their communities because we know it's so important to them. And so from our time to give, we actually give our employees each 1 week, full week of paid time off to volunteer at a charity of their choice. We have dollar for dollar matching through our matching gift programs. Personally, having been at Cisco for so many years, I think one of the things that really has sustained me is the fact that I get to serve my community in the best way that I can. So volunteering is absolutely part of our culture. It's part of our DNA. And I know that, as folks are looking to come to a company, they want to know that that company is being socially responsible and giving back to the community. We've made some pretty significant investments in our community. So, for example, we are very committed to addressing homelessness in Silicon Valley, which is where we're headquartered. So we made a $50 million contribution commitment to Destination Home that's based out there. We are very focused on mental health and want to be able to make sure that we create an environment where it's safe to talk. So we actually just hosted a week of webinars and resources to support our employee community who may want to give back or support mental health as an issue. So there's lots of ways to give back, and I think it's definitely for the veteran perspective. We tap into our employee volunteers. They mentor, quite a bit in their own communities and go out and support the military community. Bridge to Sports, we host the Valor Games every year with MetLife. So yeah, there's lots of ways to give back, and certainly within the military community, I know that it's a way for us to extend our reach into those communities and bring awareness about Cisco as a company and supporting those causes.
Absolutely. So first of all, congratulations on the award. That's outstanding and well deserved. And then on the volunteering part, I think the social responsibility and the community responsibility you talked about, that is so important to veterans and military families because we've all served with a purpose, right? We served our country, and that gives us somewhat of a sense of purpose for our country and our communities. And when we get out and become civilians again and want to find a company to work for, that is one of the major things that we coach veterans to look for. If that's important to you, which it typically is for most veterans, the social responsibility of a company is so important. So we encourage all of our listeners and all of our veterans to understand, know what a company's social, impact is. So wow, that's just in a week. You get a week to do the volunteering. I've heard of a day. Most companies give employees a day. That is outstanding, and what a great message for other companies to learn from. So that's awesome. All right, so tell us about your best piece of advice for a veteran or a military spouse as they're transitioning, or if they'd like to work at Cisco, what would you recommend they do to put their best foot forward?
So the first thing is to look inwardly, I would say, really understand what inspires you, where you can kind of visualize yourself in terms of your career goals, and then really look at those companies where, is focused and aligned with what those goals might be. Really understanding the value and kind of what makes you special, right? We all have what individual, expertise, but also areas where we thrive. And so I think if you can balance kind of, your skills with your passions, that's a good place to start. And then reach out and do your research and look for companies that align with those goals of yours. So definitely, when you're going to be interviewing with a company, it goes without saying that you should be very familiar with that company, particularly the culture. And so at Cisco, culture is such a big part of who we are. And So understanding what an individual company's culture is, I think is very important. Do your research in terms of the roles. Also, are there certain certifications or skills that would help you in pursuing that pathway? So at Cisco, a lot of the folks that go into our technical roles and our sales roles, we require industry certifications. And so knowing what those certifications are and the pathways to take those are really important because it gives you a leg up. And so if you have those on your resume and you can say that you've committed yourself to getting that training that's relevant to that particular role, I think that speaks a lot. Now, I want to also note that a lot of these certifications are free for our veteran and military spouse community. We partner very closely with the Institute for Veterans and Military Families Onward to Opportunity. And actually, we are working with them on a program called Cyber Vets USA in partnership with other tech companies, including Amazon Web Services, Palo Alto Networks, Fortinet, ISC Squared, NetApp, and NDG. So we've all come together to provide access to our free online training and certification for somebody that's interested in pursuing a cybersecurity job opportunity. So we'll give you access to the training, we'll give you the certification to take, and then we'll actually help you find that job. So it's a great consortium and a collaborative effort that we've pulled together here now in about our second year. And we're going to be announcing, we're going to be opening up the Cyber Vets registration for our spring cohort here in about November timeframe. And Cisco has committed to 200 free scholarships for our military community, with about 25% of those being focused on military spouses. So we encourage folks to take advantage of these free resources. We want to see you at our companies, and we want to give you all the tools that you need in order to be successful.
That is outstanding. And again, it's free, and it's the program that a lot of people probably don't know about. So I'm so happy that we can share this with our community and get the word out and fill up that cohort for you. So that is awesome. Well, Gena, thank you for all that you're doing. Thanks, Cisco. We really appreciate it from the veteran perspective. It's great that all the work that you're doing, all the initiatives that you have. Thank you for continuing to serve our veteran community. We appreciate you sharing these great insights today and all this great information, and we certainly wish you and Cisco much continued success. So listeners, for more information on Cisco and their veteran program, please visit their website at www.cisco.com/careers. And for more information on Veterans Ascend or to sign up today, please visit our website at www.veteransascend.com. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.